I'm always talking about the idea of unity consciousness, but through the lens of multiplicity. That's the important part that I want to talk about here. Is sometimes we revert to these blanket statements of, we're all one and we just need to love each other as the one energy that we are. And I'm always talking about the one energy and the fact that we are connected, and this idea of connection consciousness versus separation consciousness. But the idea of unity consciousness and the idea of the one energy is to be experienced through the lens of individuality and self-identity. That's what we're doing here as humans, is we're taking that one energy and we're funneling it through the experience of individuality and individual identity. So it's a both and scenario. Connection consciousness, unity consciousness involves recognizing other. It involves honoring and respecting other. It involves highlighting and celebrating our unique individual gifts and strengths and contributions to the one energy. And so these blanket sort of statements of we're all one, we just need to love each other as all one, that in a way almost bypasses or negates us from actually celebrating our individuality and our uniqueness. We have to see each other's individuality, we have to see each other's uniqueness, we have to see the multiplicity and the diversity of the one energy. We have to acknowledge it in order to honor it as being part of the one energy. So this idea of unity consciousness and this idea of connection consciousness, that is what I try to teach about. It's a both and. It's the connection is seeing the individuality and seeing the unity. And so, especially in light of what's going on in the world right now, I think it's important to acknowledge each other as individual, groups and collectives and individual, selves. We have to be willing to see and acknowledge our uniqueness in order to honor and celebrate the contribution that uniqueness is to the bigger picture. Does that make sense? It's both and. It's the blanket statement of, well, we're just all one. We just need to all love each other as one. That negates the human experience of individuality in a way, So that almost feels like an either or. Well, it doesn't matter that we're all different. It doesn't matter that we all have different perspectives. We're just all one. That's all it is anyway. No, the human experience is about experiencing unity through the lens of individuation. And so it's both and. We have to honor both. It's about honoring the spirit or source, the one energy, as it expresses itself in all of these different facets. And so we have to be willing to see, if we're seeing the multiplicity, that doesn't put us in separation if we are viewing that multiplicity through the lens of connection. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So this really is, with this moon energy right now too, and this eclipse energy that we have happening tonight. This is all under the sign of Sagittarius, which is the archetype that the Sagittarius is the archetype that leaves its familiarity. It leaves its home to go see the world. It leaves its comfort zone to go seek divine in the other, in the world around it, to experience new cultures, new adventures, new experiences, new opportunities, new connections, new relationships, new people. It goes to seek the divine outside of itself. And the sign of Sagittarius has to do with our spirituality and our philosophy and our outlook on life. And so through seeking the divine in other, we are both honoring the divinity, the unity, the oneness, and the other the beautiful way that that oneness is expressing in a very unique and individual way in the other, different than it is expressed in us. And so it's the both and of seeing what unites us all, but also the uniqueness, the unique contribution that each of us gives to that bigger picture of the one. So we have to see both. That's the connection. How can we create connection between the two seeming, opposites of we're all just one, but we're all individuals? It's both and. And I think that's what's really being asked of us right now under this current climate and this moon energy, is recognizing other, honoring other. It's kind of like the namaste, I see, or I honor, I witness the divinity in you expressing through you. And that's what it's all about right now. We have to be able to witness each other's uniqueness, witness each other's strengths, strengths and weaknesses, really witness each other's uniqueness and individuality in order to truly honor the divine within them and the unique way that that divine is expressing through them. So it's a both and. Morning musings, that's just what I'm thinking about right now.